In less than 12 months, I took my agency from doing $10,000 a month to over $100,000 per month. And then the following year, we scaled to over $200,000 per month and have generated over $5 million in sales at our agency. We've also been able to get a studio. Also, I've been able to enjoy time freedom while doing all of these things. And in this video, what I'm gonna do is I'm walking you through the 3 critical stages of agency growth and share my blueprint for scaling past that $100,000 per month mark. So if you're serious about scaling your agency to the next level, then you cannot miss this. So let's dive in. I'm gonna go through the 3 different stages that we talk to a lot of agencies where they're feeling some pain or kind of where like the reality of their business is in these specific situations. And the first sector, I guess, is 0 to 5K, which is basically a beginner. And if you're beginning, like for sure you have definitely like scarcity mindset, like you're definitely trying to go after basically anybody with a pulse in order to find somebody to work with. Maybe you're doing like cold outreach, no offer whatsoever, unwilling to like invest in people or courses or whatever it could be to help get you to that next level, because really like at the end of the day, you just need to make money so you can survive and pay your bills. Also at the 0 to 5K month, like you're probably dealing with imposter syndrome, meaning like not have any confidence in what it is that you're doing or what it is that you're selling. So usually at like the 0 to 5K month, I mean, it typically is like your first business. You're just trying to figure out a way to survive the next month at the end of the day. And it can be a really, really tricky place to be for a lot of people, because when you're in that scarcity mindset, that reflects in everything that you do. That's typically the 0 to 5K month. So typically like the 10 to 30K per month mark, you know, they're handling like 1 to 4 clients per month, because the reality is that it would be a little bit tricky if they were handling any more clients, because likely they're still doing the fulfillment, heavily working in the business, because they have these anchor clients that they have really good relationships, because they've gotten them mostly based off of word of mouth and referrals. A lot of people in like the 10K to 30K per month mark, like they're really good at what they do. And as a result of them being really good at what they do, they've been able to help some people. And typically they got there by helping those people, and those people have told other people about what they do, or they end up doing a good job, or they have a network and more people want what they've been able to do for the specific people that they've been able to help. So a lot of their business is word of mouth and referral and coming from there. From a marketing perspective, like a lot of it is just like organic marketing. This isn't horrible, like if you're doing 10 to 30K a month, but if you want to get to 100K per month, like there are some things that we need to actually dig into here that we need to resolve and really bring to light, because likely if you're working on this, you have no systems in place. And as a result of no systems in place, you are the biggest bottleneck. One thing that somebody told me is systems run the business and people run the systems. And a lot of times in that 10 to 30K per month mark, you might not feel like you need systems or you need to invest all this time building systems because you don't have the team, or you don't really have the necessity because it's faster if you just do it. But the problem is if you don't have systems in place, you will never be able to scale, and you're always going to be the bottleneck, because if everything has to go through you, how do you expect to duplicate yourself? How do you expect to buy back time and hire somebody to fulfill a specific role? You need to say, okay, cool, what systems do I need to build around my business in order to duplicate myself so that people could run the systems, but I need systems to run the business first. Also, like at this place, like probably like okay at sales, just because a lot of them have come pretty warm. Those are easier sales. Like they're not somebody cold coming to you. And let's talk about another thing that I hear a ton and that I see a ton is just like unpredictable revenue. The problem with like word of mouth and referrals and organic marketing is that your revenue becomes unpredictable, because there's no way to really predict when your next client's going to come from organic marketing or when your next client's going to come from a referral or word of mouth. Now, I would say another thing that I see a lot is like the feast and famine and like the yo-yo. And what I mean by that is we get 2 referrals this week. The week after that, you're so bogged down in client fulfillment that your brain hasn't gone to marketing. You haven't had time to be as diligent with trying to book more sales calls because you've been so bogged down in the fulfillment. And let's just say a client leaves, or maybe you like flatten out or whatever it could be. And all of a sudden, like you don't have clients that you're working on. So what do? You hit social media, you do some outreach, you do some stuff that you should be doing from the jump. You hit up your network, you make some posts on social media, you get some clients. Then you go back into the fulfillment phase. And then it kind of just yo-yo, which is just like a recipe for just plateauing, because you have no real ability to actually scale from there. And at the end of the day, all of this to say, it's like you're sort of on like a hamster wheel and like you're a glorified freelancer. They feel like they're doing a lot, they're spending a lot of time, but they're just not growing their business. And they feel like a glorified freelancer because they feel like they have a job, because they're so involved with their client work that they literally feel employed by multiple different people people and it feels like a job to them. I'm not saying this is a bad place to be, but if you do want to scale to that 100K per month mark, there are some changes that you need to make in order to do so. And this is coming from somebody who's done it multiple times for multiple different businesses. So what is the $100,000 per month agency? Like, how is it different than the 10K to the 0 to 5K? So typically what we see at like the 100K agency is basically they're predictably getting 4 to 12 clients per month. That's like a pretty steady flow of their business. From like an offering perspective, like I would say most of them have like a $3,500 to a $6,000 per month plus monthly offer. Fairly high ticket. And it's a retainer. So it's a retainer model, meaning that they can predictably have revenue coming every single month. And the beauty of the retainer offer is they can multiply this by 3 months and they can optimize for pay in fulls, which is what we coach every single person to do inside of Agency U. Like another trait of that 100K business is they're working on the business, meaning they have a team. So depending on what your offer is, what we do with agencies, we basically reverse engineer the offer to come up with a way to basically figure out, okay, who do we need to hire? How much can we afford to hire that person for? And how do I get this stuff off of my plate ASAP? So that is the mindset of a 100K per month agency owner. We don't look at, cool, I sell this client for $6,000 a month. I just made $6,000. That's not how we look at that. We say, I just sold this client for $6,000 per month. How do I use that $6,000 a month to buy back time so that I can go get more $6,000 a month clients? From a client acquisition perspective, at the end of the day, it's predictable clients. So ads plus outbound. We know that there's a cost to getting a client. We need to find the winning formula, the winning ads, the winning outbound mechanism that will predictably get us clients so that we can predictably get more 6K per month clients and then use those 6K per month clients to hire people and build a team so that I can go get more 6K per month clients. Pretty simple. So we need to create a predictable way to get clients. We teach a really simple like ads and outbound mechanism inside of Agency U, which is freaking cleaning up for agencies inside of Agency U, which is dope. So predictable client acquisition channel. Then when it comes to systems, they have an operating system. Basically, we need to go from operator to orchestrator. And the way that we go from operator to orchestrator is we have an operating system that we can orchestrate and have our team fall into essentially. So we have a full operating system that we build out for agencies inside of Agency U, all things from client acquisition, like the way to manage the leads, all things from fulfillment, how to fulfill effectively without bogging your team down, client directory, how to manage all of your clients in one central hub. The $100,000 per month agency works off of an operating system. I would say the last thing is like systematizing. We just talked about offer, team, clients, and system. What a 100K per month agency owner thinks is, how do I systematize everything? Because what the $100,000 per month agency knows is that in order for us to be more profitable, because we charge basically based off of time, like, so if we are more efficient with our time and expertise, then we can make more money, we can be more profitable. So we're working on systematizing. So this is systematizing your onboarding. This is systematizing your fulfillment. This is systematizing your client acquisition. This is systematizing your sales process, marketing system, hiring system. So we're looking at our business as, how do I systematize everything? Because look at everything we do as a system, as a SOP that we can then delegate out to somebody else. That's pretty much the 3 different phases that we see inside of agencies. And I mean, this is who we really help it are the people that want to get to that $100,000 per month mark. Like, we'll literally plug in a team for them. We'll plug in appointment setters and closers for their business. We'll build out the whole operating system for them, and we'll give them the way to predictably book 3 to 5 calls every single day using the inbound and outbound client acquisition channels that we teach. And we'll help them build an offer that's scalable, predictable, all that sort of stuff. And this ultimately leads you to becoming a CEO. You get paid off of profit, more time freedom to do more things that you enjoy and actually like your business. One of the highest levers that I pulled is investing in coaching. It's investing in people that have done what I've done or done what I want to do and spent money with them. Because the person that wants to get to 100K per month, they know that they could do it with time. They could fail and keep rebuilding their systems. I beg to differ. The agencies that we see that are wanting to scale to 100K per month know that in order to shortcut, they should invest in somebody. That's what I do for every single problem that I have inside of my business. I'm like, okay, cool. Who's done this way better than I have and who has a roadmap that I can just go ahead and follow? That's the mindset that this person is in that gets them from literally where they were to where they are. And that's why we've been able to help literally hundreds of agencies inside of Agency U achieve this very thing. So at the end of the day, guys, if this stuck with you, if this is like, I'm at that 10 to 30K per month mark and I'm really wanting to scale to 100K per month and I'm wanting to build the right way and I want to learn from somebody who's done it for themselves as well as hundreds of others and has a really freaking clear roadmap on how to do it, and we'll work with you one-to-one. Book a call, guys. Click the link down in the description. Would love to connect with you guys and see if this could be a fit, and hopefully you got some value from this. Thanks for watching, guys, and be sure to check out more videos on this channel if you are an agency trying to hit that 100K per month mark, because we got a ton of them.